With exactly 2 weeks until Election Day, we're keeping an eye on some key races that could have big impacts nationwide. In New Jersey and Virginia, there are contests for governor and attorney general. New York City voters will be choosing their next mayor. And in California, a chance to weigh in on what's known as Prop 50, a ballot measure that would change how the state draws its congressional map, specifically to benefit Democrats. For more, let's bring in CBS News Executive Director of White House and Politics, Fin Gómez. Fin, good to see you. This is an off year, but we're seeing a lot of engagement in these races. Obviously, Democrats hoping for wins in Virginia and New Jersey. They're trying to bounce back still and have this identity crisis that's ongoing. What are you watching?
Yeah, Lindsay, first of all, welcome back. It's really good to see you back in that anchor chair. But two, yeah, we are just 2 weeks away from one of the most consequential off-year election cycles that I have covered, at least. New Jersey and Virginia are the only two states holding these governor's races that you mentioned. So they attract this outsized national attention because they can serve as early indicators of how parties are doing mid-cycle. Democrats have a favorable environment, most political experts say, in these races, because historically the party out of power in the presidency does better than the party running the White House. But a win by the Democrats in these respective governor's races, and they are leading in recent polls, but they would establish a rebound narrative, a comeback, if you will, from that convincing defeat at the hands of Donald Trump and Republicans last November when they took the White House and Congress. But Republicans, conversely, the ones that I have spoken to, they're looking at these states, and if they can either hold the gains they've made or even win in these blue-leaning states, that may carry momentum into 2026, the big midterm cycle that's coming up next year. But for both parties, Lindsay, these are races. These are races are about testing, turnout operations, messaging, mobilizing their respective base voter, and outreach to swing voters. So those lessons from these elections, from these races, will help inform them in how they run in 2026. It serves as an early roadmap.
And let's talk about the mayoral race in New York City. Why should people be watching that?
It's a big one, but why should someone in Phoenix care about what's happening in New York? Primarily, it's because, look, again, it's an off-year cycle. There's been a lot of attention on the Democratic frontrunner, Zohran Mamdani, who has a double-digit lead in most polls that we have seen. He's very progressive, a self-described Democratic socialist, but he is someone who has been very effective on social media. He's been very effective on some key issues like housing and affordability. They're not just significant in New York, but across the country. And so how well he does here will also maybe help that roadmap that we discussed next year for Democrats. Also, there's been that big divide between moderates and progressives on which path is the best way for Democrats to win victories again. And so if he does well, this could give a boost to that wing of the Democratic Party led by Senator Sanders, AOC, and Mamdani if he wins. But there's a lot of attention on these four big races. Only 2 weeks to go. Lindsay.
We'll be watching. Fin Gómez, thanks so much.